Good afternoon. Wow, what an afternoon. Well, I thought it'd be a bit different. You've heard dogs, you've had all these stories. So I'm going to start with politics. I was reflecting on politics the other day. Babies, nappies and Tory MPs. Well, we've had Boris. We had Liz for a little while. Now we've got Rishi. It struck me. Tory politicians and babies' nappies are changed regularly for the same reason. They're full of shit. Well, then I thought to myself, right, if you got now, we had Rishi. Well, Rishi, nice man, Indian background, very much part of Britain now, even his wife got to pay tax. And the Commons Committee, before they gave him the job as Prime Minister, just before, they made him take his trousers down. And I thought, why did they make him take his trousers down? Well, it's to check really if he was circumcised, because you've got to be a complete dick to do the job. But the worst thing, I think the Tories have created an empire worse than Darth Vader. Than you've heard this song, haven't you? Worse than Darth Vader. We've got Apple. Microsoft. Starbucks. Then Amazon. Worse than Darth Vader. Well, it's Darth Vader's brother, Taxi. Thanks for that. Thanks very much. So let's get away from politics then. Let's go on to Viagra. They give you Viagra now for anything. Sorry, thanks very much. You caught on, didn't you? Taxi baby, yeah, don't worry. Viagra for everything. So my friend, now he is dyslexic and gets a little confused. So he had Viagra and he mixed it with Tipex. I said, well, why? Look, I know you get confused, well, why did you mix it with Tipex? He said, well, you know what it is, Paul. With my spelling problems, I'm short of regular corrections. He gets confused. But he came round one day, he said, Paul, I proved him wrong. I said, you proved him wrong? I got dyslexia, but I proved him wrong. They told me I'd never, ever be good at poetry. Never be good at poetry. I said, well, how have you proved them wrong? Never good at poetry, he said. I made a vase, an ashtray, 2 cups, and a flower pot. Right, he does get confused. Well, I thought with this Viagra, I'm going to print my tea. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to print my tea. So, I put this Viagra in my tea. But it didn't improve my sexual performance. When I dipped my biscuits in, it never went soft. I went through a whole pack of digestives, and they were crunchy towards the end. Anyway, well, God, to be honest, if it wasn't for pickpockets, I wouldn't have a sex life. I was going to join you at the bar later on. I've been taking up jogging just to hear heavy breathing again. You know, it's just been that sound. But to be honest, it wasn't all bad news. I sat with this girl, and she told me, you're my first one. First one. Oh, I'm your first one. Yeah, she usually said, usually I give 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, you're my first one. Well, good, looking for pickpockets again, I think. That's going to be the best. But anyway, that didn't spoil it for me. I didn't spoil it for me at all. I said to her, well, you know, being the romantic sort, I said in the morning, I said, well, look, Anne, we've got a wonderful night together. Okay, 1 out of 10. Got a wonderful night together. How do you like your eggs? Not fertilised, she said. Right, so again, it's all about jogging and pickpockets. So, I thought, again, go back to this friend of mine. He said to me, I just got a dog. I said, you got your mother-in-law, 4 teenage kids, and your wife with you. What do you want a dog for? He said, at least someone's pleased to see me when I get in the house. You know? I was going to get one myself. You know, I was going to get one myself. I thought I'd get myself a dog. Has anyone got a Labrador? Oh, you haven't got any Labrador owners, no? Well, I was the same. I was going to get a Labrador. But if you've seen how many of their owners go blind, so I thought, no, we'll leave the Labrador about. Okay, go back to jogging. But yeah, what a nice afternoon, what a lovely audience, and the great cause. I think everyone's been affected by cancer. My own father died of a brain tumour when I was 2 years of age. I think a lot of my family have done for it, so it's been a great, great evening. And to leave you with one thought, you see a lot of people these days, they take mobile phones on dates. Okay. And I thought, why do they take mobile phones on dates? I can remember going for walks. You saw people who'd been on a date carve their names in a tree. Do you remember all that? Yeah? And then it makes you think, why would someone take a knife on a date? And it makes you think, you know, is stalking a romantic walk one person doesn't know about? You know, it's the sort of thing. So anyway, well, thanks very much for listening for the last 5 minutes. We'll be here for all afternoon. Thank you very much. It's been great to see you.